We are live. The dawn of the first day. Here we are. Welcome to Clocktown. Today, I have my special guest, Jesse.
That's me.
He's known as Inexpensive Jew on the interwebs.
I'm Jewish.
Yes, he is. Speaking of Jews, I'm gonna save myself some time, if you will, and play the song of invited time. I'm gonna slow the current flow of time. We're gonna do a little bit of stuff today, Jesse. It's real exciting.
Because when you're saving time, you're saving money.
As money is time and time is money.
Are you planning on getting all the masks in this Let's Play?
I am definitely gonna get all the masks. It's very easy to get all the masks, so there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be trying to do as much as I can in a day as possible so that I don't have to do what other Let's Players have done, which to me was very inappropriate to do. Like, you shouldn't have to do a separate series of videos for certain things, like some of the masks you don't need to do separate videos for. Though the couples mask, I am going to do a separate video for, because that has a lot of, like...
Oh my god, I hated doing that one.
Yeah, but also, it has a lot of backstory that I want to go over. Because, you know, if you really care about the game, like I like to think I do, it's very interesting, the backstory of the characters that you're helping out. You get a lot of backstory, actually. I wish I had more bombs to bomb these Dodongos, but we're gonna do this the fun way. So you come down here, there's 2 Dodongos, right? So now you're gonna make it so there's no Dodongos. Feel me? So we're gonna blow up here, ba-bang. And, you know, if I don't have enough time to get the Goron mask and also reforge my sword, which I'm gonna try to do, but it's really hard to do everything within 2 days. That's the challenge of the game, and I'm willing to step up to it. I'm making pretty good time with all this crap. I have a whole bunch of arrows, so I can come right out of here, get to the top of the mountain, shoot down the ice thing, which is one thing that's really nice about this game. They make it pretty... They don't, like, force the blocks in with invisible walls that you can somehow clear by clearing objectives. They have stuff that makes sense, and that would be canon if you lived in this world, whereas the way to get in here is to break this ice. And the ice is there because it's eternal winter, and there's not supposed to be eternal winter here, but it is. Okay, what the hell is this shit? They aren't giving me any bombs. There's supposed to be bombs in these. These guys also sometimes drop bombs, but they're not. Shouldn't use my bombs on the Dodongos. Okay, really, what is this crap? This is gonna be a problem that I don't have bombs. And then you kids started eating razor blades and your candy on Halloween, and now we can't have bombs anywhere. You'd think he'd drop a bomb, but he doesn't.
I don't think these bomb jokes would sit well with airport security.
Yeah, they don't have feelings. If you don't believe me, go get frisked by one of them. They're unfeeling people.
No, I think they feel you all around.
Yeah, but they don't feel for you. They just feel you. So there were no bombs in those. Let's try again. Every single time you reset time, all of your collectible... Oh, look at that. Look at all these bombs. How much of this game I have memorized through how many times I've played it is sometimes astounding even to me. So that's how you get through those giant snowballs. You blow them up with a bomb. Badabing. It's the owl. You need to hit these owls, okay? These are fucking pivotal. Let's go get the maps. Yeah, let's go get the maps. All right. Hiya. So there's these wolves. You just saw me run right by one. They aren't a really big threat. When you're a Goron, you can just punch them once in the back and they die. Watch this, I'm 35. Herb. My father's the guy that gives you the pictograph with the big hairy chest. He thinks I'm a horrible person, and he's right, because I'm a pedo. You know, whistling is a bad idea when you're in a Skype call. Viewers, don't be a Jesse. Don't whistle. I think I can give it to him as a Deku. Thanks for stopping by. Herp-a-derp, I sell bomb bags. I already have a bomb bag. Here you have it, folks. You give him the swamp. Then he wants to go to the swamp, so you let him go to the swamp and you get the mountains. See you later, alligator. Peace out. If you want to know how to get the previous deeds, please refer to the last episode where I actually have a little directory in the description that shows you what time to skip to, so you don't even have to watch the whole video. I know you may be intimidated when you go back there seeing an hour-long video, but you weren't intimidated by this one. So why the hell are you watching this video without watching the other video? I'll never know. Ah, so scary. If I was PewDiePie, I would have screamed a lot louder, because I would have had to be extra scared for my stupid fans.
Ah, so scary!
Yeah, sort of like that, but more Swedish. So, we're going to get an item called the Lens of Truth. Oh, sorry, I thought he was closer than he is. Hello, owl. Speaking of this owl, I've been talking about a channel called Versus, and they recently started doing a Zelda game, and this attacking toucans guy, which is a classic example of someone who prescribes to the lol random XD sense of humor. Oh boy, I need to take off this hood. But he has this thing where he goes like, an owl. He's trying to make his own little meme joke, so he doesn't have to think about jokes while he's playing these games. But it's really annoying, and it makes me hate the owl as a character. But I don't really hate the owl, I hate what he has done to the owl. Hoot hoot. From now on, you can do whatever. But you need this, There's a treasure chest underneath one of those boulders. I'm not gonna waste my time getting it. Or am I? I think I will. So you bomb them until ba-da-da-da. Here's the thing, and then... Oh wow, 50. Well, hot diggity. Maybe it's because I already got the treasure chest in my last one, but there was a 20 in there. But it's all good. 50 is a lot better than not 50. So we'll take that and go to the bank with it. This is how you use it. You just press the C button that it's on, like anything else. When you can actually see the platforms, it's safe to... Hey, let's not start me right on the edge, game, asshole. Sometimes this game is a fucking prick. Fuck me, dude.
Your fault. You suck.
No, it's your fault.
No, it's your fault. Oh, see, look at that.
See, that's your fault. That's your fault.
It's your fault.
No, it said your name on the screen.
No, it said your name.
What is this thing doing to me? Like, all right. Anyway,
you're the one controlling it, Drew.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
See, I'm not pressing anything right now. Oh, geez, I didn't see him before. Hello, scary man. See you later, alligator. Let's put on the bunny hood and get the fuck out of here.
See you later, scary man.
So, as you can see, you don't actually need the Lens of Truth to see him, but you will need to use it to get him to leave the area. What he's gonna do is float along a set path until he gets out. I don't know if you can run ahead of him or not. I don't care if you can run ahead of him. You have to wait for him anyway, so you might as well wait for him the whole way. Also, pay attention to the path that you're taking right now. There's a shortcut this way if you go on that smaller path. Pay attention to that. You'll see why later in this playthrough. But you need to remember that for your health. So you look at him again, and he'll leave. But I'm gonna, so I can explain which directions you need to go, and you can have a visual representation of these directions. If you count how many times he moves his arms and legs, you won't even have to use the lens for this part. But basically, you go right, because the right side's the right side, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, you know, staying on one side all day is a bad idea, so you might want to switch sides to the left just to see what it's like, just see what the girls are doing on the left-hand side. And maybe you want to join in sometime, but not today, because today you're a little busy going to the right-hand side, and you gotta go pretty far away, and you go up here. And here we are. So that's where George and Bill, the Gorons, are. Bill's frozen, because he didn't sign up for this. Hello? There he is. Hello. I don't think yeah, I do. Okay. Alright, let's talk to him. Thanks, game. It's a little weird with the, speaking mechanics. Yes, when I was alive, but alas, I'm dead. I'm so sad. How infuriating. I really wanted to save the world, but I just wasn't quite strong enough. I heard you have a way to heal me. Well, sir, you heard correctly. And now let's heal him. If you remember the Song of Healing, good for you. I did too. That's how you heal stuff. There are some things that it doesn't necessarily spoon feed you, hey, heal me, and you still have to heal them. So always remember that when there's a tortured soul that is dead, and it's a soul, you can heal them. with the Song of Healing. And by healing them, I mean trap their soul in a fucking mask to be your slave, to call upon their powers whenever needed. But it makes it look all nice. It makes it look like you're making him go on into the afterlife, but really you're enslaving him in a mask for your eternal servitude, where you can call upon his soul and you morph into his body in the very case of what you were doing. And he looks so sad because he's like, all my friends. And he's like, you know what? Not a bad idea. I'll just give my soul to you. Here you go. And then he does. It almost looks like Link is like, hey, dude, stop fucking looking at your friends. Just give me your soul. And then he does. And there it is. There's your mask. I leave my undying feelings with you. Oh, please. You gave us your soul.
That's probably considered racist in a lot of places.
What is?
This mask.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, look at it.
It's not that bad. His eyes
If the lips were red.
No, its lips are not nearly big enough. Are you kidding me? It's because he's fat that his lips are big. Like, look at him. He's huge. But anyway, just because they're brown doesn't mean they're making fun of brown people. I know that Japan is pretty infamous for their inappropriate usage of different races, especially black people, but in this case, they were not doing that. I don't normally defend the racism that is very rampant in Japanese games, but this is just one of those cases where they really legitimately didn't do it. So, we're gonna get some spring water. I know what you're thinking. What the hell? You're not even explaining what you're gonna do with that. Well, that's because I don't have to. So we're gonna dive onto this,
What are you doing, Drew?
He's hungry like the wolf, taking a shit. Oh, I think I might have missed. Ooh, this could be bad. Please, please hit it. Please. Yeah! You'll have to get into the Goron City. Here's the Goron City entrance. How do you open it? You butt pound. This is one of the only doors in gaming history that I know of that you open up with your butt. Doors open. Wah, wah, where's my daddy? Darmy, show me my dad. Alright, so now we've done something where we can talk to the old man and he will say...
Drew, I'll be right back.
Jesse's gonna be...
Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
I'll be about as far away as this old man.
I'm just gonna get some food.
This old man, he got food, he got something on his shoe with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Obviously, rolling is the way to get around. It doesn't look like I'm gonna have enough time to do the sword thing. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, no, I might. I might do it anyway. I might do it just to be an asshole. This old man, he's frozen solid. I'm gonna free him from his prison. And he's gonna teach me a fucking song on drums. Cause he's the best drummer that ever lived. And then you tell him, and he goes, "What? My son is crying because he misses me? How do you know that? My son misses me. Forgive me, my child. Your father has work to do." I think he wants to save the world too. Darmani, be you a ghost or a figment of my imagination, I care no longer. If you feel pity for my crying son, then please quietly sing my song to sleep with this song I'm about to play on my drum. It's the very same melody that was often played for you when you were young. On this Horodric cube. Look at the wrinkles on him. Ooh. How does this song go? Bum, bum, bum. Huh? Let me play it once more. Okay, there. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I will try that. Yes, like this one. Oh, it's no good. I can't remember only the beginning. Here's the beginning. Bum, 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 bum. The rest of the song is actually pretty simple. He's missing only 2 notes. I don't even know why. Bum, 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 bum. So, as I said earlier with the Sonata of Awakening, this is like the opposite idea, but it's the region-specific song. Look at me, I'm fucking bongoing a storm right now. And he's like gonna fall. He's like, shit, dude, you're playing too hard. The soothing melody of a thoughtful father. It's not that I forgot it, it's just so cold I can't play very well. At any rate, I'm counting on you. And so he's counting on us. So you may be wondering why we're not going to go help his son right now. Well, that's because I have an ulterior motive. Ulterior motives. It's a motive that I didn't tell him about. It's a motive that has nothing to do with what he asked us to do. It's something I wanna do on the side to get more stuff out of the time that we have. Go to bed. Political joke.
Oh, I get it now.
So, as you can see, there's ice here, and when you run into it, you get frozen. And when you're not frozen, you can do this. And then the forge is good to go. Huh? Oh, you've done me a great favor. Now then, the hearth can finally go to work for me. Thanks. Let's talk to him again. Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. All right, reforge your sword. It will cost 100 rupees and will be ready at sunrise. Let us hold on to your sword till then. Keep in mind, after you use your reforged sword 100 times, it will lose its edge and it will be back to its original sharpness. So would you like your sword reforged? Well, you bet I would. Thanks for dropping in. See you tomorrow morning. You just can't break stuff like a Goron punch can. So let's get the hell in here and do our thing.
I fucking love the animation of him just playing the drums.
Yeah, I like how, like, almost he is as shocked to hit the drums as you are when you're pressing the buttons. He's like, oh shit. He, like, really quickly hits it. It's really good. All right, now is when we join the kid choir. I really hate, like, this animation, by the way. His entire model just irks me. He looks so odd. I think he's supposed to look cute, but he doesn't look cute. Maybe it's because I don't like babies. Sorry, girls, not a big fan of babies. Sorry. 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 So, you learned the Goron Lullaby. This is what will... This puts everybody around you to sleep, especially if they're Gorons. And it doesn't work on you because you're not a Goron.
I don't know, this Let's Play is kind of putting me to sleep.
That's because I just played the Goron Lullaby. There's really nothing to add to this scene. Nothing's really happening yet. The exciting stuff happens once we leave the area. It's just like Daddy's right beside me. What a calm little... Oh, he's asleep. And so are all the other Gorons in the entire fucking city. Everybody's asleep. So, there you have it. They're all asleep and they all snore at the same... They all snore at the same tone. So it sounds like one dude is going like, oh! The entire time you're in here. So let's pick up a pot and throw it. There's a Deku stick in it. You know what that means. It's Deku stick burning time. We're gonna get out there and we're gonna be the champions. We're gonna light all the torches. Your only choice at this point is to light all the torches in front of you. You got a burning stick, you better start burning stuff. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. You have a very limited time, so don't fuck up. Thanks. I'm going to try my best not to fuck up. I did not fuck up. Hot diggity. Let's put our stick away at the earliest opportunity. You never know when you need a burning Deku stick. It happens sometimes. And down here, you'll see that there's some pots somewhere. There. In these pots are magical potions that give you magical power. You need a whole bunch of magical power to do what we about to do. And if you don't have enough magical power and you don't have any pots down there, you can always eat some food like Jesse does, and you get some magical power. You'll notice that on this rug, we kind of just go like, and then go off. That's what you want to do. Oh, I got it. Oh yeah, I've seen some people get out on their first try. So this is a rock sirloin. I'll just let that sink in. This is an edible rock. Jesse's gonna go answer that phone. It's probably his aunt. Calling him, asking him what he wants for Christmas, and he goes, it's not even May. And then he goes, wait a minute, I'm Jewish, I don't... Whoa! I'm here! I'm sorry! I'm hungry! There you go. Oh, I'm gonna eat that, oh boy. And then he eats it. And he's a happy boy, and he's gonna jump down. Sort of. By the way, if you're in a ball, regardless of how far your fall is, you will not take falling damage. You only take falling damage if you're not in a ball. Remember that, folks. So here's the Don Gero's mask. I mentioned it in the second episode of this LP and what it does. We won't be calling upon its powers anytime soon, but we will do this quest in a future video.
Dude,
me up.
that Christmas crack earlier, that has nothing to do with any... I'm Jewish, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's the joke.
That was the joke?
Thank you, that's the joke.
Thank you. That's
So,
the joke.
we don't have our swords, so we can't capitalize on this owl statue over here. But I don't care. I'll get the owl statue off camera, to be honest. It doesn't matter if I have the owl statue at this point or not, because we won't be coming back here for a while. So we're gonna put this Goron to sleep. Oh, I know what you're thinking. What Goron? I don't see anything. I just see a big-ass wind. Well, Goron. And his teeth are coming through his lips. Goron. It's gonna be snore on. Then it'll be fall on. To the cavern, fall in, please, thanks. So he's gonna just fall out. Like a good boy. A lot of people, when they first see this, they go, shit, did you just kill him? And I go, no, he's fine.
I know, but like you see like their face while they're rolling.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, yeah, like that's, which is great.
I must say, they have a pretty silly looking face. Some of our FaceTime here and told me I could push this block, which you'd have to be friggin' retarded to not even try to do. I mean, if you're not gonna try to push a block in a fucking Zelda game, man, you got a problem. Now watch this, I'm not even gonna move. I'm not even gonna fucking move. Just to prove a point. Like, you don't even have to fucking move. They're such jokes. Such poorly programmed enemies. So I'm not gonna get any of the fairies in this room yet on this thing. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't go up here, but I'm gonna go up here because
Who's gonna go up there? You know, he takes risks in his life.
I got a fairy. I'm gonna lock on him and bump into him. And that's how you kill him. You'd think that there'd be something in those boxes, but there's nothing in those boxes. Except for maybe some arrows and bombs, but I don't need them. I'm pretty stocked up from the bushes before I came here. It is the map! That's why I came in here, so you could see the map. I don't really need the map or compass for this dungeon and the first dungeon, but I get them for the viewers. Because I know you guys need them, as not all of you have played this game enough times to just kind of do it. So here's the main hub of the bub, if you will. The hubbub. Get it? So, we're gonna be coming in this room and coming out of this room a lot, but if I angle this arrow just right, you can melt this ice without the fire arrows. And you know why you can do that? Because you have to. If you don't melt the ice, good luck. I'll tell you what's in this room. There is a big-ass stack of blocks that Mr. Goron is going to make his best friends by giving them a big hug on the face. Consensually, of course. If you do anything non-consensually, it's rape, and you should be ashamed of yourself, and anyone who thinks that it's okay to do those things should be ashamed of themselves as well, and should be shamed by others, much more than the people who are victims of said actions. Speaking of which, we're gonna put this thing in a hole, which seems to be a pretty common theme here. You put something on a hole, treasure chest. There's a fairy in that chest that we're not going to be getting anytime soon, but the fairy does exist. I wish that this game had memory pack support so I could bring my save files with me without having to bring my rare gold cartridge to other people's houses, because the cartridge and box that I still have with the instruction manual costs over $500, and I don't want to lose any component of that. Okay. Well, that's because you haven't gone down here, buddy.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Welcome to the bottom floor.
Whoa.
You stand on this switch, you got yourself a treasure chest. What's in the treasure chest? I bet you already know, and you don't even need me to tell you, but it's a fairy. And you get that nice little freeze frame of the heads. Right now, if I was PewDiePie or attacking toucans or any modern Let's Player, I'd be going, but I'm not them. All the stairs look like this in this temple. There's a lot of copy pasting in Zelda games. Actually, what am I saying? There's a lot of copy pasting in Nintendo games, and this dungeon is a classic example of that. There's also a lot of recoloring in this temple. But they don't even hit you. Like, they don't even try to hit you.
I mean, I know, but they always spooked me out.
Spook. So, here's where you get some stuff if you're good at the game. But for now, we're not good at the game because we don't have the shit we need. We have one thing that we need. Actually, we have two things that we need for this room. The compass. Now you can follow me on the map, and you can also see when there's stuff for me to get. Now you may be wondering, why the hell is there a crate up there? Well, that's because if you blow it up, fairy!
Fairies are everywhere.
That's pretty much what these dungeons are like. Fairies. Fairies everywhere. So here's another room that you have to remember how you got here in the first place, because one, the only way to get a fairy is to know that, and two, bada bing, you knock these bad boys off the ceiling, and you got yourself a path through the area to get a small key. You need to definitely do that one. It doesn't matter if you shoot the very top half, even though in real life it would, because it's a fucking video game, alright? So watch your way while you're walking through here, because if you don't, you're gonna have some icicles falling on your butt, and it hurts. You may notice what looks like a beard on the wall. This is Nintendo's way of trying to hide something, but still being able to go, hey! Come over here! And there's a box in here. And what's in the box? Stray fairy.
Of course.
Wow, really? Great. Great. I love falling down for no fucking reason. Great. Thanks, game. So there's something falling off of the ceiling. There's also another treasure chest in here. As you can see on the map, it's got a small key in it, but don't tell anyone I told you, because then they would say, he spoiled the key. And I don't give a shit. So you can tell some importance in a chest when it's golden. I said this on the first episode, but I can't trust everyone to watch the full hour, because people won't even watch a 30-minute video. So we'll continue to self-reference, because hey, why not? I'm the best reference I know.
Drew, you just sounded like you jump cutted right there, like in mid-sentence.
Yeah, isn't that cool? I can do that with my natural voice. This is a jump puzzle. Speaking of jump. Oh wait, before we do that, let's show off some skill, because you don't know, but there's this, you see where the line is on a screen? I'm sure you do. This is like an area where a fairy is. I'm going to try to shoot the fairy without seeing it. If I remember where it is. It's somewhere down in the middle. There it is, I got it. Ta-da! Here it comes. It's in a bubble, so you have to shoot it. This isn't the first thing I'm going to show off with, by the way, in this game. You pound a button. When you pound a button, no exit, but you can jump across. What does this mean? It's a jump puzzle with a timing element to it. So please make sure that you know what you're doing and blow up the boxes, just in case there's a fairy in them, which I don't think that there is. I was right, there's just magic. It's a bit of magic. So, we have to pound this, and then there's a time limit. So get your shit in gear and get over to there, because you gotta pound this bad boy, and then that'll put up the button that was up there. You'll have your little friends over there, and they're gonna come say hi, and you're gonna take off your mask because you want to say hi back to them, but Gorons don't speak little glowy-eyed things, and then you say, fuck you guys, I'm out, and you're out. You see that there's another beard on the wall saying, hey, there's a fairy in here, but we can't get in there yet. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna jump. And we're not gonna jump in a reckless way. We're gonna jump in a cold, calculated, slow way. This is where we're going to get an important item. An item that we need. An item that we really, really, really need. An item that we need so bad that it almost hurts me. So you go across here, and oh look, a little room. Oh no, the door fucking shut. And here comes the wizard. As I call him, he is called the wizard. He needs to go to California. California, here he comes. And I shoot him in the face, and then he falls down. And he will continue to do this. This is the vicious cycle of his existence. A lot of people do this different ways. Some of them use Z targeting to shoot him. Some of them do what I'm doing. I like this way because, one, you get to practice for the bow mini games, like the one I did in the second episode that almost made me hurt myself in a horrible, slow way. But then I didn't because I won. He's over right next to me. And what's really nice about it is because you have to aim so quickly, you really get the nuances of how far the stick needs to go to move it a certain distance to aim. You can start to move between targets really quickly, so it's good practice. However, you can also use the bunny hood and the sword and run up and slash him. We don't have our sword, so I would look like a fool if I was even going to attempt to do that. I got the fire arrows. So now we can skip a majority of the dungeon. So that's pretty cool that we can skip a majority of the dungeon. So what are we gonna do next? What are we gonna do now? Tell him, Jesse. Don't tell him. Don't tell him what we're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go in here, and this room exists for a very specific reason that we will talk about on a later time. For now, I'm actually gonna not waste my arrows. I didn't realize I only had 11, so we're just gonna do that. So you just kind of jump up here with your witchcraft moves. There's actually invisible platforms here that you can see if you use the lens of truth, but you know me, I'm too cool for that. There's a fairy, and I rescued it, and you want to jump down on the top here. You could have been doing other stuff, and you're doing this. I hate you. Well, I don't care. I'm gonna free the fairies, alright? I'm the fairy savior. I'm kind of like Tumblr savior, but I'm not made for 14-year-old girls on the internet. Because I'm too old for 14-year-old girls on the internet. And anyone who says otherwise, you need to avoid those people. They're bad. What are you doing?
I'm furthering your point with loud, abrupt noises.
That is not how you further a point. As you can see, my mask is glowing, and it's not because there's fairies in the room, it's because there's a lot of fairies in the room. There's another fairy under here. You may have noticed I turned to look at you like, what the hell are you doing? There's nothing there. Well, fuck you, there is. And you had to do that where you killed everything in the room because there's a treasure chest, and what does it have in it? That's right, a key. Not a piece of heart.
That fucking mask.
What?
It's spooky.
It's not spooky.
It's well. I
Wait,
mean,
you
actually,
see the real thing. Shit, dude, you're gonna have a...
Yeah, I know where it's from. The great fairy spirit. It's like you're just wearing her head on your face.
You're wearing her face on my face.
That's what I mean.
And it glows. I look fabulous. So you see that button over there? We're gonna go press it. And there's nothing you can do to stop us. Unless, of course, you turned off the video. It's just a button. It doesn't have any rights. Oh, that was close. I didn't even know that there were gonna be arrows down here. I was just kind of like, man, I hope that there's pots down here with arrows, because if there's not, I'm gonna be mad. For those of you that have watched Sanity Not Included, that is actually a reference to a line I said for one of their episodes that I played a character in their animated segment that they have at the end of their shows. So we have a bit of a timed segment here in order to unlock the main door. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't that unlock the main door? Haven't these Zelda developers played a Zelda game? Did that light it? Okay, good. You're supposed to defeat all the enemies in a room to light a... to open up the door. Well, no. Okay. That's all there is to it. Now let's make sure that we put on Jesse's favorite mask so that it doesn't go away. Sometimes the fairy doesn't come to you when you get him out of these chests. Not only is that really annoying, but it's really fucking annoying. So avoid that by wearing the mask.
What happens after you collect all the stray fairies? Because I never did that when I played.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Just be patient and you will see. So, when you've raised the pillar, you'll notice that it has all these blue areas on it. We're supposed to punch those. So you may be asking yourselves, how the hell do we get to those blue areas? I didn't see anything that said, hey, you go to the blue areas if you follow this sign. We want to get through this door. You may have noticed that one room that had all that ice in it and shit. You can get more fairies in there. Fairies! So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go, fairy! So get the fairies. Get the fucking fairies. Understand? Get the fairies. Now, I said in the first episode, you don't lose any of your progress in a temple if you suddenly stop. Remember that. There's 2 places to get fairies in here. One of them requires the press of a button. That button is over here with the wolf behind it. As you can see, the wolf is having a hard time getting over here. I can't fight him yet because I don't have my Goron mask on. Ow. He actually hit me because I moved towards him. If you don't move, like I said before, they don't touch you. So we're gonna do a quick block moving puzzle. The first time I ever did a puzzle like this was in Pokemon red and blue versions. I had blue version first, and then I got red version because I wanted to get Mankey. You could get an Abra in blue version, but I wanted a Mankey. because I liked Primapes. So in order to climb these blocks, you have to walk towards them. If you're moving towards the block, when you press the A button, you will climb up it instead of just grabbing it and pushing it. So it'll still want you to climb up. As you can see, the wolf is still having a hard time hitting me. So I'm not too worried about him. You may remember this room I'm about to walk into before with the thing where you put the thing in the hole and then treasure chests. Well, suddenly ghosts are trying to kill me. So you just put up your shield and block them. Or you can just walk by and avoid them if you want to be boring. So I have 11 out of 15 fairies. I'm doing very well with the fairy count, and I fell down. But that's okay, because I needed to go back.
You know, you totally plan everything you do in these Let's Plays.
A majority of the stuff that happens to me in these is just either really convenient. So I just needed to go up these stairs to get to the blue door, because I wouldn't be able to access the blue door from that side. However, those stairs are right next to the blue door that I need to be in. We're all safe with fairies. I'm pretty sure that up here there's no fairies either. Yep, we're good for fairies in here. Once again, we have to poke an eye out with an arrow with fire on it. Sorry. Do not poke eyes out with actual flaming arrows. It's not a good idea. I do not endorse it, and I never will. So this is how we get, I do believe this is how we get to the blues. So you have to remember the path I'm taking. A lot of people get lost here because they're like, oh shit, the column's here. I can't just jump across. How do I get to the other things? Well, if you would pay attention and stop being dumb, you'd see there's a snowbank here. What do snowbanks do? They let you roll on them. You want to practice trying to roll across it without going into the little net because there's a section here that doesn't have a safety net. So, get your shit together, kid. Let's get up here. But there's no safety net, so we have to be extra careful while we roll down this way. If they had the Deku shrub flower over here, I thought I was gonna fall. It would be very nice. There's another fairy in this room. There's also a bunch of freaky looking snowball throwers. As you can see, there's another thing on the wall going, hey, fire an arrow in here, you might get a fairy. So once again, I'm going to show my memorization skills, and I think I can remember exactly where this fairy sits in this wall. And somewhere... Yep, there it is. 2 tries, not bad. So, before we get too far, we have to go back out there and punch those blue things. If we don't punch the blue things, we're gonna be unhappy boys. And I don't want any unhappy boys in this call. Especially me. So you punch these blue things, it'll knock the white thing down, which, you know, is very nice to do in a lot of situations. Always good to knock white stuff down. Jesse has nothing to add to any of my commentary. He's been a very good guest, very quiet, very active, very...
Yeah. The worst guest of all time. Sorry about that. I periodically come in and out and just barely say anything about it.
I'm gonna run out of fairies and shit. Well, that's just not true. We're gonna get 2 fairies in this room after we murder. But we're not really murdering to murder. We're murdering in self-defense. Because as you can see, they were clearly trying to kill us. Alright? So in a court of law, I'll win. So don't even bother. So welcome to almost the final place. Do you know what almost the final place is? Right here. We're gonna jump down. It's been a long time coming, but I'm ready to do this. And then you go in here. So that's basically all you wanted to go that direction for. You'll never have to go up there again unless you want to. I don't know why you would want to, but I don't. So you get up here. This is where you get to the boss door. The boss door has a Deku flower. The Deku flower does something very nice for you. It makes it a little.
Drew's a liar. There is no Deku flower at that door.
What are you talking about? Here it is.
Oh.
I was looking right at it when I said that.
I'm just trying to cause conflict, so I have a reason to talk.
That's not what you're here for.
Yes, I am.
You're not here for conflict. You're here to talk. You're not here to cause conflict for no reason. So I hope you guys are patient. Well, I'm actually going to edit most of this out. So I hope you're patient, Jesse. So when I first did this, I was like, oh, fuck, you got to be kidding. I'm going to start losing my time now. But actually, you do this forever. You can do this forever. In this specific point, and then you go through the fucking wall, and they didn't even seam it very well. So, got all the fairies. Go fuck yourselves.
Whoa.
So I could have used a Deku flower to fly up, but you know what? I might as well give you guys a recap on how to get out of here. So once again, to get to the top floor, while there's a pillar, you do this. You go through the blue door to get in here. You take off your Goron mask. You jump across. You go up the stairs. You get on the fucking platform. You sit on there and you get your fire arrows out. You shoot the bad guy. Then you shoot the eyeball. You go upstairs and you pause the game and you get your bunny hood because you don't need the mask anymore that you were using before. And then you jump across the gap and you run over this way. You try to get the arrows before they're gone. Come on. Gotcha. Now I got 13 arrows. That's a happy day. I still have to do another fucking boss fight. So that's kind of important that I have those arrows. You put on your Goron mask. You gotta put on your big boy pants. But this time there's a safety net, so fuck it. I don't even care.
Drew, did you already do the boss battle with the giant guy on the horse? You have to like chase after him when you're a Goron. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I think you're mixing up games.
I could be. Just the big guy who you chase after as a Goron.
The big guy.
Big guy. He keeps running around the same, like, in a circle, kind of. You have to just keep following him and attacking him.
The final boss.
He's not the final boss.
I think you're talking about the final boss.
No, I know what I'm talking about.
No, I think you're talking about
No,
the final boss.
I'm not talking about
He's talking about
boss.
the final boss. So there's a way to just go across here. If you didn't punch the two blue things, you can just walk across, or you can just do this. I prefer to just do that. So once again, we get to meet our best friend, Mr.
I'm talking about
the last boss of the dungeon. The last boss of the Dunda. He's the final boss of the dungeon. The Dunda boss.
But not of the game.
Yeah, but he's the Dunda boss.
I was asking you if you... So you didn't fight him already?
I can't. I didn't finish the fucking temple, Jesse.
That's what I think. Okay, I was just asking you that question.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know why you did that. They're like John Madden.
John Madden's popcorn popper.
Whoa! Oh, he almost shot me. Whoa! I missed him! Oh, I got him, though. Ah! Alright, I made it. That was close. I was actually a little bit concerned there. Let's Z-target him. Just to show how that works. Oh, wow, that was the last shot? Are you kidding? The boss fight's already over. By the way, getting hit by him is actually a catastrophic event because you just keep taking damage and it's so bad. It's so annoying. Just standing there going like, ah, fuck me, dude. That's all you can do.
Another phone call.
Jesse's Mr. Popular today. His aunt, once again, checking on those Christmas gifts.
I'm fucking Jewish!
Quite a predicament here. How the hell are you gonna get up there? Well, in case you forgot, there's a fucking white thing here. You can... Oh! What am I doing? Okay, fixed it. You just walk up the stairs here. I think the hardest part about this dungeon is punching these fucking stupid snowballs because of where they're located. Badabing! And boss battle room. As Jesse ever so conveniently said earlier in the video for no fucking reason, we're going to fight Goht now. There are two ways, well, there's three ways to fight him. We don't have access to one of the ways, so we're going to use the fun way. I love the way to fight him. This is probably one of my favorite ways to fight him. And you chase him. He's a masked mechanical monster goat. That's exactly what he is. He's not a bull. He's a fucking goat. Haven't you seen a goat ever? I mean, really, noob. Get out of my house with that shit. This fight is a lot easier if you go to the ferry first and get your reward. But I'm not about doing it the easy way, man. I'm doing it the hard way. I'll get that fucking fairy reward later. I got a goat to kill. I got a giant masked mechanical monster goat. Oh shit, he's gonna shoot electricity at you. If he gets far away, Goht shoots electricity at you. And that's no fun for you. He also kicks up these rocks. When his HP gets low, he starts to throw bombs at you. Wow, I bounced off the fucking wall into that rock. That was weak. That was weak as hell. You gotta be careful when you're near walls because you'll bounce off of them, and if something's really close to you, you'll bump into it. You might be wondering why these jumps are here. These jumps are here to actually make the fight a little bit easier. And I was trying to dodge that, but I didn't quite turn at the right time. I thought maybe, oh boy. So you gotta kind of serpentine to get past that. Don't get too close to his back feet. You want to come in from the side, because if you come in straight from the back, he might hit you with one of those rocks, which is exactly what he almost did there. Watch your magic bar this entire fight. If your magic bar runs out, you aren't going to be spike rolling, and if you can't spike roll, you won't be doing any damage to him, is what I'm saying. I think you do extra damage to him if you hit him while you're in the air, which is what these ramps are here for. So run into him from the air if you can. It's sometimes easier said than done. Now he's knocking some I think it's stalactites are on the roof. I don't remember. Stalagmites or stalactites, it doesn't matter because they go from one to being the other, so you can call them either name because they start on the roof and then they become the floor kind. Only they're upside down. Watch that one. Did you see that one? Actually, he knocked one on him. Oh wow, I've almost got him. You see how he has electricity coming out of him? That means he's almost reached his end here. He shot me with the electricity beam. That's what it does when it hits you. There wasn't really much I could do to avoid it. I was more focused on becoming spike ball time. Don't run into the stalactites mites, because if you do, you'll be unhappy. And you don't want to be unhappy. This is a happy game. Not really. This is not a happy game. But it's a game you can still have fun with, if you're good at it. As you can see, I'm not having too much trouble with the boss. It's just, oh wow, that was cheap. Did you see how cheap that was? That was cheap as hell. That was really cheap. The timing of that was just too perfect. But he is a mechanical bull, so well, he's not a bull. He's a mechanical goat. I just went over how he's not a bull. So he's a mechanical goat. So he's gonna have some pretty good timing. He's gonna have better timing than humans do with his bomb tossing. And he kind of just like poops out the bombs. Poop jokes, LOL. But that's really where they come out of. They come out of his butt. So that's what he's doing. You have to be careful. Now at this point, like everything, he's pulling all the stops on you now. So you gotta be extra careful, and I wasn't, and I landed right on a bomb. He can kill you. Alright? So treat him like a regular boss, even though he seems like a joke, especially compared to the first boss. He is still dangerous. His bombs are probably his most dangerous part about him. Did you see that rock lock onto me? The rocks actually lock onto you, in case you didn't notice. They actually have a bit of a homing characteristic to them. I guess it's to simulate that he's actually tossing the rocks up at you. So it's pretty no fun. Wow. I thought I went underneath it, but I was wrong. Thought I'd get underneath it. Didn't. Wow, that rock, man. I'm just, now Dwayne The Rock Johnson not being my friend. Now The Rock is being my enemy. He used to be the people's champion. He just turned heel, which is a wrestling term for being a bad guy. So he just turned heel on me, and now he's hindering me. Oh, I knocked him down. And then you can roll into him from behind like that. You can actually knock up a whole lot of hits on him that way. And I would recommend it when he falls over like that. If you can get trapped behind him so that you just roll straight into him, you can usually finish him pretty quickly that way, but I never got to knock him down, and by the time I did, he was pretty much dead. So then he goes crazy and runs into the wall and buries himself underneath some rocks. And now, as you can see, there's no more time. Time stands still for this point, so that's kind of odd. So we just got a new heart container. That's nice. Refills our HP. We just got Goht's remains. We will be using these remains to do their special little thing that they do in the future. In the future! Oh, geez, hello. Here's this cutscene again. But now it's different. Now we're gonna see what the mountain giant does. He probably explains a little bit about... You learn a little bit more about the giants at this point, and what they do, and why they exist. They are guardians. Guardians? I guess that she's like translating what he's saying. That's why you're in the temples. But her... No, wait, are you listening? Man, wait, no. As you can see, there's a bunch of bubbles here, which almost looks like the giants themselves trapped all the fairies, but they're actually Majora's Mask's fault why the fairies are trapped in bubbles and hidden away. It's really odd. So, the snow's melting away. Bill is going to not be frozen anymore, but he's going to still be cold when he gets out because it's funny to see him shiver again. And then he'll stop shivering when the guy's like, hey, dude, look, it's friggin' warm. He goes, oh, shit. And as you can see, you can now see the ladder, which was covered in snow before, which suggests to me that you can see stuff that's buried in stuff with the lens of truth, but that's just not the case. It's just to accent the fact that you did a good thing, kid. You did good, pig. You did good. Eleanor Rigby, she fell asleep on her own and then she woke up. And that's the song. Another musical reference. Wow, we're still on the first day. Well, might as well do something else. So we're gonna go to a specific place here that you have to be a Goron to interact with, but you can't get in there as a Goron because Gorons can't climb ledges. So that's really annoying, but little guy Link can. So we're gonna go down here.
And then I returned.
And it's Jesse, who came here just in time for the powder keg.
Oh, Jesus Christ, the big guy.
I beat up Goht, you missed it. But I was able to keep my own without your help. You know me, I can talk for hours about anything. So even though the A button said speak, I picked up this powder keg. The powder keg is a very high power explosive. It's designed to destroy everything forever. So be careful when you are throwing it, be careful when you are carrying it. If you are hurt and drop it and an enemy attacks it, it will explode and you will fail this test. This is a test I'm doing right now. Yes, I know I'm not exactly handling a high-powered explosive very well, but it's a barrel, so it can handle being thrown. And before any of you reference what that one guy who does all the barrel things always says, no, fuck you, don't bring that here unless I'm making fun of him. And right now I'm not, so I don't want to see it! I don't want to hear it! So it's the Dawn's second day, we're gonna go pick up our sword. Just kidding, no we're not. Yes, we are. And I'm gonna show you what the Razor Sword looks like, and you can hit stuff with it 100 times, and then it'll break, and it'll go back to the Kokiri sword. I will not show you the mechanics of it breaking, because it would defeat the purpose of everything I'm doing right now. By the way, what I'm doing is not only a test, but a story element, sort of, where there's that little baby is gonna be up here, you'll see him, and he wants to go see the Goron races. But the Goron races have a big-ass fucking boulder in the way, so you can't fucking go see him when you're the little baby guy. Little baby guy is used to having his way, so he's a little upset, and he cries, as that's how he responds with being upset. He reminds me a lot of an old friend of mine, who I used to have when I was a little kid, and then I moved away, and I never saw him again. And I'm kind of glad because he was really annoying. But he did a similar thing. For some reason, even though I shot it, it didn't explode. But then I shot it again and it exploded. I guess maybe there was just an invisible bit of rock in the way. Here's his running animation. Just let that sink in.
God damn it.
We're just gonna go in now. It's easier to do if you get the upgrade from the fairies, but once again, you know me, baby. I don't do shit the easy way. We're gonna do this shit the hard way, so I can upgrade. Oh shit, what am I doing? I made a mistake. You're supposed to wait till it says 1. You can false start. We'll just pretend I was giving you an example. But you can start a little bit early, like I did there, and then you become the Wrecking Ball. We're gonna see how well I can do in this. There's a bit of strategy to it, believe it or not. You have to kind of ram into these guys, but don't do it too often. Because if you ram into them too often, you'll lose your spikes. You could see there, when I got really close, he sped up a little bit, and that's the rubber band AI. Yep, I didn't quite beat him. I barely came behind him. But they refill your magic bar before the race, which is really nice. I'm glad that they thought enough to do that. And the rubber band AI works like the closer you are to them, the faster they go, and the further you are, the slower they go. So if you're out in front, they go really fast, and the further out in front you are, the faster these motherfuckers move. It's kind of similar to how the AI works in 1080 snowboarding, and some of you who have played that game know exactly what I'm talking about. There are some races in that game that just make you want to fucking destroy your N64. Did you see the bomb there? That is evil. That is an evil placement of a bomb. And it's there to fuck with you. So don't run into it. They'll run into stuff. Sometimes the AI gets fucked and they get all like caught on things. Like if you bump them at the right time on this bridge, they'll get stuck behind these little posts. But it looks like 2 of them fell off the bridge actually. So it's just me and this
Drew,
brother.
how are you able to focus on like talking to the people and playing this extremely frustrating race all at the same exact time?
Oh, I don't have to think about what I'm doing. So.
Are you sure? I mean, it looks like you do. I fucking hated this part.
Oh, I hate it too. Oh, I might win.
Oh my god. What the fuck? It looks like you were about to lose. Like last second.
That's
like,
the rubber band AI. It can go to your advantage and it can fuck with you. But this is what you get. You get a bottle with gold dust in it. And that's great because now I have another bottle. And having more than one bottle is a fun thing to have. The wonderful thing about bottles is bottles are wonderful things. The tops are made out of cork and the bottoms are made out of glass. What the fuck? I bounced off that rock like it was a fucking wall. And you put all the stuff in it and then you carry it around because the wonderful thing about bottles is that they are made of glass. Round. So there you go. We have our second bottle. There's 6 bottles, I believe, in the game. You want to get them all? You gotta get them all. I'm gonna get them all. It's really nice to have 6 fucking bottles, especially for the last temple. Hello there. You got a sword for me. Sorry. Oh, right. Hey there. You got a sword for me. This is the Razor Sword. Looks pretty cool. It's, it does more damage than the next upgrade we're going to get, but, get fucked. We're gonna get it anyway, because you can only swing it 100 times. Now, 100 times seems like a pretty high number, but it's really not. So we're gonna give him the gold dust. And he goes, well, if it isn't some gold dust, why, thank you. And we're not talking about Gold Dust, the wrestler. We're talking about gold dust. The dust. So you may be wondering, where the hell's the fairy thing? I didn't even see it. And why isn't this guy trying to blow us off the fucking bridge? And that's because there's nothing evil here anymore. He was possessed by whatever force was possessing everything in the area. And he was trying to knock us off. If we talked to him, he would apologize for his actions. Because he's a noble guy. You know, he knows when he fucked up. And he fucked up and we made him fall, and I'm sure he's also kind of upset because he landed on his head and blah blah blah. Welcome to the Super Fairyland. Let's put on these and get in here and drop off our fairies. Which I forgot to do on my practice run. And I reset time and then I threw my phone and it landed on the bed. Because I don't want to break my phone. But then I broke my N64 controller instead by stomping on it. Because I was really mad at myself for being so stupid. But I'm not that stupid this time. This time I'm prepared. This time I came here and I was ready to rock, just like that dog was. So here's your reward. You get a much bigger magic bar, which is very convenient, especially if you got this before you went to the races, because as you can see, you have twice as long to roll around. When you want to try to stay in the race, it's a lot easier if you don't have to worry about your magic bar running out constantly.
Did you get the code where you could play as Luigi?
No. I'm already playing as Luigi, can't you tell?
Yeah. You're right, he's the green guy.
Yeah. Can't you see? Can't you see the resemblance?
Yeah.
Come on, Jesse. Get your Mario knowledge on here. Why aren't you a fit fellow? Haha, so sarcastic. She charges you a different amount of money depending on what form you're in. The cheapest one is the Zora form, but we're not in that form, so we gotta pay 30. This game is pretty expensive to lose, so I'm going to try not to. I don't know the path for all of these. Wow. Look at that! I didn't even finish my fucking sentence. That was pretty fun. You want to try again? No, I won. Why would I try again? So, that's pretty good. So we got that well on its way. I've already got the mask from up here. I've already got the deed from there. He is doing his runs. I'm gonna... I don't have to play this minigame, so I'm not gonna. If you play that minigame, you get an upgraded quiver. It's the level 2 quiver out of 3. So let me think. What else is there to do? Let's deposit some rupees for now while I try to think.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, good. Because I didn't hear you if you did.
Well, that's good, because I didn't.
So, in theory, you'd think punch equals bomb. Let's go in this hole. Why not? I gotta waste time. 12 o'clock at night is the time. I'm gonna take the long way. Because I have so much time to get there. Just gotta find the rock that... There it is. Wait, I can see him? I'm not supposed to be able to see him. Whatever. Usually you just hear the music. If you play the Song of Healing to his lovely painted toenails, he'll thank you. In the only way he knows how. By dancing. Is this your uncle that wrote that song that goes, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah?
No.
Oh.
A loud, abrupt noise.
So here's a mask. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool mask. Oh, it's these two ladies. They're doing a dance. They're doing some stupid dance. Well, here's a dance for you. It's funny because it like teleports me to the other side of them. I don't know why. But yeah, you get a heart piece for this. They have such an odd costume idea for them. I wonder why they have that green stuff in their hair. I wonder if that's dyed hair or if they have like leaves in it. Ew. You're our master. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh,
oh boy,
but we
oh
were
boy.
just starting to have fun, Mom. Mom? Mom?
I do a reference to that song your uncle wrote in the first episode of,
Whoa. He's not even my uncle, I don't know.
He's the uncle everybody wishes they had. You get to claim. And here's a sword! Now I have a big ass sword, and it makes it really easy to kill the plants. Here's the sword. Look at how pretty it is. Oh boy. It's a long ass poop.
Not for me.
And it is for me. Hey, buddy! I got the statue! Yeah, buddy. Let's talk to the Goron.
Hey, buddy.
What in the world have I been doing this whole time? I was sitting in a place like this.
Hey, buddy. If I could, I would be you. You're the one and only buddy. One and only buddy. With the one and only buddy. With the one and only...
I am a street sign. I'm gonna make you stop. I am a street sign. Obey me or the cops will get you. I am a street sign. I'm gonna get your butt. Unless you tell me no. Consent is very, very important to have when you're gonna do mean things to people. Or at least their butts, or sometimes the other parts of their body. It's very important. So please, get consent, thanks. There's your joke for the day, bye-bye. Seriously, that's a lot. Come back when you got a bunch of shit. Well, next time, we do something else. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode. And we're gonna get a horse. And we're gonna go get a good mask, and we're gonna go win a race.
And I'm probably not gonna be there.
That's your own fault.
That's my own. No, it's not. You said you wanted to give other people a chance.
Yeah, and that's your fault.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not my fault. Listen here. You heard it here. It's not my fault.
He's finally back. Performing for you. If you know.
Kick some tail.
So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a horse. I'm gonna do a bunch of shit. There's gonna be someone else here, and have a good night. Bye bye. Go to bed.